Greetings, it's Vaygrim, back again with another episode. Here I am with my handy-dandy dictionary in my right hand. This is actually something from Mekanism, and it's a wonderfully simple contraption. Control circuit, which is just enriched alloy, and some redstone, and a book. You get this thing, and basically what you can do is walk up to something, right-click, and you'll see in text, or Cinnabar. Oh, hi. How are you? You can click on anything that is a block or stone. No key. That is not in the Ore Dictionary, but I don't know why you'd want to have dirt in the Ore Dictionary. Or Ventium or coal. Why am I doing this, you ask? Why am I walking around a large empty room to check what ore things are? Well, we are going to make a digital miner. It's going to require somewhere around, I think it's about 12 or 13 diamonds. Probably about 16 to 18 bars of gold. A lot of redstone. A lot of iron and steel. And a fair amount of osmium and obsidian. So, now here's the bad thing. These, I've heard that Asinor, the creator of Domcraft, is changing his mind on these and may declare these in the Ore Dictionary. But at present, the infused stone from Thermcraft is not declared in the Ore Dictionary, and you cannot silk touch this stuff. Now, what you can do, you can hold down Shift and right-click and put something in. Eyeball. Very easy. Just puts a ghost copy in, basically. Well, stone, no key. So what I'm doing now is basically just walking around and making sure that everything that I want is going to have ore in front of it. Now, the only complication we've discovered, as I said, is the, where did I put it? Here it is, the infused stone from Thermcraft. We can't get this stuff. We're going to have to go out and get it ourselves. The digital miner won't pick it up unless we tell the digital miner to mine everything. And that seems kind of pointless. So, other than that, everything looks really good. Excuse me. But I want loot. Oh. Okay. I'm going to whip back to the base real quick, finish up some preparations, and we can get ourselves to mining. Meet you there. Here we are, back in our sphere, high above the ground, safe and tucked away. Tell you what, I don't like the look of that mini-map. I was doing some lag hunting earlier. So here we are, up above the ground. Made a nice pedestal for that portal gun, because I'm not going to use it, because I want to be able to go down to ground level and back, so I have to keep that portal there. So I just make this little thing. Localization error. It is a portal gun, basically, stand, and it's part of the portal gun mod. Very, very cool. All that thing does is hold a portal gun. That's it. Not much has changed over here. I have been doing some research, but I haven't been making a whole lot of progress. Haven't actually delved into making a spell yet for Ars Magica 2. I'm thinking we're going to want to tackle that next episode. We're going to have to make a nice big structure, which means we're going to have to make some space. And I want to expand that way with that. Let's see. Not much otherwise has changed up here. We still have our nice big reactor. And it is still going. It's been working really, really well for me. Let's see. Why is this charged up? I don't know. I have power going nowhere. Shut down. I call shenanigans. Okay, so if I hook you up. Okay, so that was apparently just a a bugged piece of conduit. Weird. It does happen every once in a while, though. Still have our 2 altars down here. I have actually been feeding this one some liquid essence, and I was going to show you guys real quick. Basically, this thing has about 20%. What I do, I have this chute that goes underneath it. I filled this opening for this chute. As you can see, the black outline right there. I filled it with micro parts so I don't have a hole to fall in. That way I can walk over that gap. But I just aim right down there, dump the liquid, and it flows towards the center. And there it goes. It's basically absorbing energy. And it gets about 1% total capacity of energy for every bucket of liquid that I actually put into it. So, very, very interesting stuff. But I'm still learning a lot about Ars Magica. So, up here, we have our machines, right? Are quadrupling or tripling and ore processing in general. I have upgraded all of these to 8 times, every single one of them. I think next I want to max out their energy efficiency because that means it'll be less stress on the reactor, and I'm always okay with that. Yeah, all of those things have been upgraded. So, why can I never put, there we go. Now here's the real surprise of the episode. There's the bugger right there. Basically, this is what we're looking at. Now, this thing is big and it's expensive. Atomic cores, diamond, there's another one over there. Teleportation core actually has 2 atomic cores in it. So that's 3 diamonds right there. That's another 3, 4, 5. This thing has an atomic core, 6, 3 gold, 3 gold. That's pretty cheap, actually. Yeah, but you know, there's iron. Obsidian ingots. You get about 4 ingots out of 1 powderized diamond. So those things ate up some diamonds. It's just all over the place. The cheapest parts actually are the logistical sorters and the steel casing. So you know, logistical sorters are pretty simple. But yeah, it's an expensive piece of equipment, but we need it, and we're going to make use of it. I have a triple black ender chest already, which is coated to the same color as this one, black, 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 as you can see. And we are going to, not up there. We're going to make use of it. Now, here's the funny part. You think that I'm going to get this miner, and I'm going to take it off into the far reaches of the planet to try and find some goodies. Well, you'd actually be wrong. I'm going to stick it right there. Why? Well, this thing actually mines by targeted teleportation, which basically means in scientific parlance that it scans the ground, finds ore, and then it kind of pulls it up Star Trek style, teleports it into its inventory, which means that it doesn't leave giant holes in the ground. So this thing is actually environmentally friendly when it comes to landscaping. Since I'm not going to want a big square hole, at least not right there exactly, I want to be careful with this thing. But, I mean, I would want to be careful with normal mining, but with this thing, I don't have to worry about that. Now, I don't have any upgrades in this, but honestly, I think slow and steady is going to work for us anyway. I'm going to plug a battery in right here. This is actually an Elite Energy Cube. It's got 32 megajoules in it. 32 megajoules. Crafted that just before the start of the episode. It's basically upgrading a basic cube to an advanced cube. Then you upgrade it again to an Elite. I can get this one and upgrade it to another one that's 128 megajoules, which is crazy. But, okay. We have basically a port in on the top and a chute out on the back. I'm going to get an ender chest and stick it right there. Basically, this thing is going to dump straight into our sorting system. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to configure it. Now, actually, I'll tell you what. Right here, we are at, I'm at 154. You can see right there under the map on the right side of the screen, top right. If I go up, Up here, I'm at 164. It goes all the way up to 170 when I'm out on the balcony. So we're pretty high up above the ground, which means I actually need to know. And see, down here, I'm at 65, which I'm fine with. So what I need to do is tell this thing. I need to configure it and tell it where I want to mine. Now, I'm going to max the radius. The largest size you can make this thing is 32. Now, here's the thing. The larger the size, the more power it eats. And it's only a little bit. But basically, size, the radius, increases the power consumption a little bit. And speed increases the power consumption a lot. And then Silk Touch multiplies it by about 6. Now, this is default to a minimum of 0, which is bedrock. That's the minimum height, and I'm okay with that. Can't mine bedrock anyway, but whatever. Maximum is 60. I'm actually going to set this to 64. Actually, let's go 62. And then, now here's where I could put something specific. I want it to mine for slime balls, but it won't, of course. Now, what I could do is instead, I'm going to do ore star. And I do check, what's it going to show me? Well, it's cycling through everything in the game that is registered as a kind of an ore. And it's going to look for those down in that search area. And you see it's still going. Still going. Still going. Yeah. Some of these are nether ores, diamonds right there. Abyssal diamonds. I think that's gold. I don't know what that is. That's something else. Anyway, tons and tons of stuff. So I'm going to do that. Hit save. And it's got our filter. Maximum size from bedrock all the way up to Y level of 62. And we're going to back out. And I'm going to tell it. Now you're going to want to watch. Oh, I want to do Silk Touch on. Because I want to get everything Silk Touched so I can process it up here and maximize my yield. Now here's the thing. You're going to see 2 mine right here. Auto eject, yes, on. Am I forgetting something else? No auto pull, no reset. Okay. So, you're going to watch this number right here. I just start. It's thinking, it's thinking. Now, here's the thing. It has absolute accuracy. Absolute. Which means it finds, well, hello there, everything. And what we can do is just come up here. Scoot over, and you can see it finds something and it automatically starts processing it. Finds something. So our ore is getting processed while it's being mined right in front of our eyes. Everything that's coming in from that machine is automatically getting tripled. If it's coal, it's automatically getting its output doubled. So we get 2 coal per ore, 100% of the time, every time. Works great. Very, very nice. That means we're getting 12 redstone for every redstone block. We're getting 12 lapis for every lapis block. We get, I think it's 2 diamonds per diamond block, guaranteed. So this is efficiency. This is what I like. And this thing is not going to leave one hole in the ground. Not a stitch. And I'm really down with that. So this thing has a maximum radius. Basically, it's encompassing almost the entire area under our base. It has 100% search accuracy, 100% pull accuracy, and you can watch it right here. That count is going down. Now, most people don't think there's that many blocks worth of ore in a, let's think about this, 32 radius, which means it would be 64 diameter, which is basically 4 chunks by 4 chunks. So in a 4 chunk by 4 chunk grid, I hope I did that math right. Somebody will correct me in the comments if I didn't. But basically in a 4 chunk by 4 chunk grid, this thing found almost 10,000 ore. And most people don't realize there's that much blocked because you miss it. It's just behind a wall, just 1 block underneath the stairs that you're carving out. Just behind that tunnel wall, hidden by smooth stone. And you don't even see it, but this thing does. And you'll notice it's pulling out. We can look. You can see that energy drop and drop and drop. We're probably going to empty this energy cube just trying to do this, which is why eventually I'm going to have to upgrade that to a ultimate energy cube, the top level, 128 megajoules, because that means that basically I'd be able to do at least 2 full runs, full size. And that's without any speed upgrades. And I mean, look at that. We're getting stuff. I've got no complaints on that speed. So I'm okay with leaving it at default speed. I don't think I need to break my neck mining. So we have an automated mining solution up and going thanks to that. Now, I'm going to let that run. I'm going to cut away. And I'll be right back. I'm going to check on some things. But basically, I'm going to start seeing what we're getting in terms of ore. And yeah, I'll be right back. So, already I can see silver, yellorium, copper. I see coal. I see iron. More copper, more charcoal, or coal, I'm sorry. There's some cinnabar. Yellorium ingots, copper ingots, silver, tin. Everything coming in, everything automatically being processed. I really do think it's a thing of beauty. Okay, this thing's been running for probably no more than 15 or 20 minutes now. You can tell right now it hasn't even finished more than 10% of its original calculations. It's just approaching 10% now. So it's still got another 90% of what it's got left. And we're down to a third of our energy cube. So you can see right here exactly how much power this thing pulls. Now I'm thinking that I might actually just go ahead, excuse me, and hook it up to the main power system for now, since we're running it in the base after all. But long term, I really am going to have to upgrade that advanced energy cube, or elite energy cube, I'm sorry, into an ultimate, because that's really going to be the only way I can do a full run. And, you know, keep it going on battery power. I think that's going to really be what it's going to need. Option number 2 is to get something like a hydrogen generator set up and just set it up out there. But I'm not sure. This thing pulls, like Wayla says that it pulls 1,000 millijoules per tick at maximum power. Right now it's only pulling 48.5 apparently. But when it was off, it said 1,000. I'm not sure which of that's right. I think that might be a absolute maximum worst case scenario. But anyway, this thing is still going. I'm going to let it finish up. Then I'm going to recharge the battery and we're going to take it out for a spin somewhere else to get into some trouble. So we're out away from the base. Here I am with my packed up digital miner, a recharged elite energy cube. I've got my ender chest and I've got my handy dandy hang glider. What do I come across but an Origin Valley? Now, Origin Valley, I want some of the grass from this specifically because Origin Valley grass does not need to be tilled in order to be used as farmland. So that means that you can do automated farms much easier. You don't have to worry about the grass getting retilled. You don't have to worry about adjacent water sources. Nothing, as far as I understand it. So I wanted to grab some of this stuff. Now all it takes is a little bit. And I am really making a right mess of this place, aren't I? But that's okay. The grass will grow back the next time we swing back through here. So, picked up a nice find on the way out. What am I looking for? I'm looking for trees. I'll show you when I see some. Be right back. So I found what I was looking for. Redwood trees. I want some more wood, but what does this have to do with mining, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. What I'm going to do is make use of the unique capabilities of this digital miner. Reset. We're going to configure it. Actually going to delete that one. I'm going to do, for dictionary, everything. Absolutely everything. Now, I don't need a max radius of 32. I could probably go with a max radius of, actually, I'll say 8 and see where that gets me. We're going to go with let's say 70. All the way up to 118. Now I'm going to do auto eject is on. Silk touch off. Don't need it. What's going to happen? Well, this is where you get to see one of the more creative uses of the digital miner. Yep. 2,730 blocks that it found. And it's going to send them all back to our base. So it's getting dark here, and the episode's running long. So I'm going to leave you folks on this note with our digital miner atop a tree as we watch it slowly dismantle 3 great redwoods that have grown together. This will supply our wood stockpiles for a long, long time. It's all going back to the base where it's getting stored in bases that way, actually. It's all going back to our base where it's going to get stored in barrels. It's going to get automatically sorted, and we can use it later. This means we'll have a nice, good set of redwood to keep decorating the base with. Next episode, I want to see if we can look into getting started with spell creation and early steps in Ars Magica 2. I'd always like to see about building an edition for Ars Magica 2, maybe do some magical styling to it. We'll see what kind of interesting things we can come up with. Until that time, this is Vaygrim signing off. I really appreciate you watching. I always appreciate you guys tuning in to see what kind of things I get up to and letting me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to tell your friends. Make sure to subscribe and thumbs up those videos that you like or thumbs down the ones you don't. And tell me why in the comments. Why you think these videos are good or not good. Can't wait to hear from you. This is Vaygrim signing off. I think that was a meteor. Bye-bye.